present a tennis bracelet at QVC. If you watch my jewelry shows, and I do a lot of them, you know, I am a lover and collector of tennis bracelets. And I am also a fan of bargains. I am what you may call a frugal fashionista or recessionista. And so it can be a very expensive habit to want to collect every tennis bracelet and every gemstone I can find, which is why when I saw that this tennis bracelet has been reduced by $70 and is clearance price, where even the 8-inch that features 19 carats of black spinel is less than $120, I got more than a little bit excited, because it means those of you who were patient and waited, your patience is a virtue and it is paid off. Let me break down your size choices, your carat weights, and the best part, your prices. Then we'll get into the anatomy of this, because the reason I'm so passionate about tennis bracelets from QVC is because they feature in every way the same engineering, attention to detail, and quality as the diamond tennis bracelets that are out there on the market that cost a whole lot more. All right, here we go. 6 3/4 inch is less than $100 for 16.5 carats of really kind of like your black diamond bracelet that you picked up for $99. It just happens to be black spinel in cushion cuts that are classic, but one of my favorites because they're modern and bold. Next up, 7 1/4 inch, $109, 17.5 carats. It's all set in solid sterling silver, and it wears and drapes like a dream. I'll show you up close in a moment. 19 carats of black spinel is what you get if you're choosing the 8-inch. What seems like always the case for me is that when we present the 8-inch, that's usually the first to go. $119 for the 8-inch, $70 reduction on every single case for the very first time, and that reduction was taken 1 hour and 16 minutes ago. So here is your first opportunity. Let's get into the anatomy of it, okay? Because we start with, of course, the AAA quality gemstones. Good luck finding a flaw. Good luck finding a mismatch. Good luck finding a irregular facet. You won't find that because we don't stand for it. So you start with gorgeous gemstones. In fact, Iman, I may ask for a light change in a moment here, just a heads up, because look what's happening right now. All right, I'll let you know when. But first, let's take a look at the gallery here. Solid silver. This shot right here is why I'm so enamored of our tennis bracelets. Because yes, you can throw a bunch of gemstones onto a tissue-thin, very, very bendable, pliable presentation of metal and call it a tennis bracelet. I won't stand for that. Because when I buy a tennis bracelet, I plan to wear it for the rest of my life and pass it on to my daughter. And that is why this is such a great deal. And you see that sparkle in every single one of those cushion-cut stones? Do you see how isn't that funny? It's a solid color gemstone. You can't put light through it. So it just bounces it right back. And in every way, it looks wet. That's what happens when it's flushed with super harsh studio lights. When we take the lights down, then it's like champagne that becomes effervescent and glittery, and it sparkles. And if you're taking this out for Friday evening dinner and cocktails, this is what everybody sees on your wrist, and it doesn't have to be diamonds. In fact, some would argue it's even more impactful than diamonds when the lights go low. And that's why we love to have so much fun with the lights here, especially with black spinel. Thank you, Iman. That was fun. It's J22376. We've got the 3 sizes. We have a clearance price for the very first time and a retail value, which I think is conservative, of anywhere between $260 and $290. Now, the other reason why I'm so passionate about tennis bracelets, I'm as passionate about them as I am watches, because they are wardrobe builders or standalone pieces. Khadijah's wearing it on its own. Does she need anything else? Of course not, because it's such a conversation piece and a wow piece and a drama piece, even though it's as comfortable as the very thinnest bracelet you could wear. But then you start to stack and play and have fun. You put a timepiece next to it. You put a bangle bracelet next to it. You put a fashion bracelet next to it. And every time, it gets even better, and it changes the look. That's why I love a tennis bracelet. And of course, it all started with diamonds, right? But because these single-line bracelets have such impact, you want them in every gemstone that you can find. And like I said before, that can be a very expensive hobby and habit to try to chase after your whole life. So you look. and you wait until you find a deal like this. And if you're gifting this to somebody who opens up that jewelry box and sees a tennis bracelet in black spinel, there's no way in the world she thinks that it was less than $120 or $100 if you're picking up that 6 3/4 inch. 350 orders have been placed for this so far. So a lot of you going, first time at this low price, dramatic, fabulous, indulge yourself gift. But if you're like me, this time of year, my indulgence budget goes like this. And so if I want to pick up a piece of jewelry that has that kind of impact and that kind of drama, it has to make it worth my while. It has to be something that I could wear forever. It has to be something that I could wear with everything. And that's the case with this right here. I would say that if it were true diamonds, white or black. And of course I would say it with black spinel as well. And let's talk about that cushion cut too. And my favorites amongst the faceted gemstones aren't rounds. They're the more what I call modern shapes. The cushion cuts, the emeralds, the baguettes, the Asher cuts. For me, and this is just my personal preference, they have more impact. They make a statement. They're stand tall pieces, the ones that make you stand a little bit taller. And they don't look like everything else. And so the cushion cut is kind of like that compromise, right, between the round brilliant and something like an emerald cut or something like a square, something that's more rigid. So you get all the benefits of the flash of a round, and then you get the modernness, the kind of unexpected quality of something that's a little more geometric there. But let me show you one other thing too. I'm going to take the 6 3/4 off, because I like to call this out when we do our Diamondique tennis bracelets too. Because if you look at a price like this, you're kind of going, what's the catch, right? This has a drape and a fluidity, and look how tightly I can wind this up. So if you're thinking that it's going to be something that's going to catch on your sleeve or it's going to scrape against your skin, all I can tell you is I wish you could feel it. But the only way to do so is to take advantage of that clearance price, and then remember that you have until the end of January for any returns or exchanges. But I say that very confidently because as beautiful as it is in person, it gets even more beautiful in your own light, natural light, low light. Wear it to bed because virtually no light at all, it still sparkles and shines. Also available, and we're going to give you the information on this in a second, I have a eternity band ring and cushion cut stud earrings. If you want to turn this into a suite, oh good, there's the eternity band right there. And that one's $39.75. So if you're combining the two together, anywhere from $140 to $160 for what looks like, dare I say, a lot more. Multiply it by your number of choice. J22376. I'll be sad to see this go. And in fact, we started with 800 of these. If you want the 6 3/4, I have 3 dozen remaining. In the 7 1/4, I have 6 dozen remaining. And in the 8 inch, I have 4 dozen remaining. And then we're bid farewell. I hope there's another black spinel tennis bracelet on the way because I'm reaching kind of a panic point. Here's a closer look at that ring real quick. I know we're going to give you the information. $39.75 is like that easy little add-in, or if you're picking up the bracelet for somebody else and you kind of go, I want something for me. Here it is, less than $40. Then we'll show you the information on the studs too. We're just going to keep it coming. Black spinel lovers, I got the goods. All right, there's your